Mango Math presents Cookie Munch, a third grade. Cookie Munch is a third grade game that falls under the math strand of number sense, and it's a number sense game that helps students understand a fraction as the quantity formed by one part when a whole is partitioned into b equal parts, understanding a fraction as the quantity formed by a part. Cookie Munch has some math terms to help increase understanding. Those are numerator, the number above the line in a fraction, showing the number of parts in a whole. Denominator, bottom number in a fraction, number of parts the whole is divided into. An equivalent fraction, having the same value or amount. The supplies that are provided in the pouch, along with the information sheet and directions, will be a Cookie Munch game board. There'll be 2 of them. Dice, and a bunch of pattern blocks. To play the game, the students will start with their Cookie Munch board, and each player will have their own board. They will roll 2 dice and get a fractional amount. In this case, you have a 3 and a 6, so it comes out to 3/6. You always use the larger number as your denominator and the smaller number as your numerator when playing this game. So we have 3/6. So that means we will take 3 pieces, triangular pieces, and put them on the 6th board. So let's say the next time it's their turn and they roll, they get 6/6. Now 6/6 equals 1 whole. They can fill in the remainder of the 6th board and then some of another board, or they can choose which cookie they want to fill in all the way. And 6/6 equals to 1, so they can fill up whatever cookie, and let's say they chose the 4ths, the cookie with the 4ths, and they put 4/4 onto it to make a whole. So they chose to do it that way. So let's say they continue to play and they roll a 5 and a 6. Remember, the smaller number is the numerator, larger number denominator, so they have a fraction of 5/6. In this instance, they have 3/6 already filled in, so they are going to fill in the remainder of that board with 6. So that takes 3 of the 6, but they have 2 6 left. They may notice that a 1/3 is equal to the 2 6, and they can then fill in the 1/3 board. So as the student continues to play, let's say they roll a 3/5. Now there are no fractional amounts up here that are divided into fifths, so they may not be able to roll that. They cannot make a 3/5. So they will need to roll that 5 dice again. They can't have a 3/5, so they're going to roll that 5 die again, and let's say they get 3/6. In this instance, they already have their 6th full. So they've got to decide what else is equal to 3/6. In this case, they're going to notice that the 1/2 is the same as 3/6. They're going to move that over to the half mark, and then they are done with their move. Now notice all they have left is 2/3, a half, and 1 whole. So they'll continue playing the game until they can fill in all of those spaces before the other player does. It's a great game. It gets kids thinking about equivalent fractions a lot in this game. Some guided questions to promote critical thinking. Which colored cookie was eaten up the fastest and why? Was there a certain cookie you used more often? Which rolled fraction ate up the biggest pieces, meaning which fractional amount took up the most of the cookie? And when did you trade in pieces? When did they use equivalent amounts to make up for a piece that they already had full? So it's a great game, has some very good skills learned in it, so enjoy.